was wondering if you had anything that you
Yeah, this was a record that they had made. Whenever you have a chance.
How about this other one? Trash, small, trash,
I guess I want to talk a little bit about Larry, although you guys know Larry. But I got these pictures here, and this. Hold on a minute. Oh God, this thing don't come out. There we go.
You had like you forgot
Somewhere
how
she
to
very
I haven't. This is a poster I made up for Larry. I got Larry the Songster. So we'll talk about a little bit about Larry the Songster. And that's on the DVD that he's doing his thing. This mic needs to be turned down a little bit or something. Can we get this mic turned down a little? Well, we're going to talk about Larry the Songster. He knew every song in the book. He had a book he called his Bible. And this book was this big. And Larry knew every song in that book. And knew the year that they were all. I mean, he was just awesome when it came to that. So, and then we have Larry the Entertainer. Well, we have one of the guys here that was in the group with Larry when I met Larry, in this group called Cruising. We have Jerry D. And he entertained his butt off. They all did. I loved Cruising. So this was one of the pictures taken on one of their gigs. And you remember this? Remember when you guys wore green shirts?
No.
Okay.
Or there's some other group. You got all of them.
Well, I thought I'd save that. And I said that when Larry leaves me, if he leave here before I do, that's the picture that I wanted to.
That's a great picture.
Yeah, that's the picture I wanted to do. I love that picture. So Larry Rogers was born May the 9th, 1936. And he passed away on January the 13th, 2017. Poor baby. And it's all right, though. I mean, he was okay. This is him, the songster. This guy came all the way from Italy to my birthday party. And we were singing at this thing, but Larry took over. He took over and he sang with this guy. I was shocked. This guy knew every song in the book. And this was one great piano player. And Larry fell in love with him, the fact that he knew all the music that Larry knew. So he took over the party. So here, wow. Here we came back to Cleveland to visit this group called The Secrets. Larry mentored The Secrets. He taught them how to sing, dance, rhythm and blues. He taught them everything.
He gave us our sound.
He gave them their style, and we came back and visited, and we have three of them sitting right here. This is The Secrets. This is The Secrets. They are now in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm not gonna do that to you. This is my grandbaby. She was. Did they do something with these mics or what?
Just keep it away.
Yeah.
He taught her. She
Just hold it farther away.
she was 6. It don't matter. You look tonight. She loved that song. And when it got to the part, wrinkle your nose, she would do that with her nose. And she's a very excellent singer now, too. There she is, right there. They just showed her.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, yes, that's Sean's daughter. That's my son, youngest son's daughter.
Okay.
So, I guess that does that. So, I know if anybody want to say anything about him, you're welcome to come up. I know you need to. Come on up here and talk about him like a dog.
Tom King out of Shaw High, and he was our mentor. He taught us all our harmony, all our moves. He taught us our black sound, because when we were discovered by Retta Robbins at the time, and she sent a demo of us up to Philadelphia, and the Mercury label guys came down to see our next band, and they thought we were 4 little black girls. And when we came out, we were white. They were surprised. So we loved him then. And now, as I say, he was our mentor, so we always hold a soft spot in our heart for him. Unfortunately, we couldn't take him with us in 1963 because it was a different time where they wouldn't allow a black artist to back up 4 white girls. But thank God it's a different time today. So, I'm sure.
Been out. It's awesome. And he's in that book. There he's mentioned. So that's wonderful.
Just
Thank
about
you.
any time we had an opportunity to talk about what we did and how we did it,
Yeah.
what started, Larry's name always came up,
Okay.
because without Larry, there wasn't us.
Okay.
I mean, he was the key.
Yep.
Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you.
Okay. I'm not gonna. Larry and Jimmy and Jerry spent a lot of time at my house on Paxton. And Dad would always say, "Who's making all that noise on that piano downstairs?" Because Daddy and Mother were downstairs and Dad were downstairs. Oh, he was just like family, always. All you guys, just like family. I'm gonna miss him.
Oh, he's so sweet. That was so nice.
Thank you, LaVon. Thank you so much. Oh, here comes Jerry D.
I met Larry in the early 60s, or late 60s, really. And he came over my apartment with a bunch of guys. So I talked to somebody, and I was auditioning they were looking for a first tenor. I wasn't the first tenor. I found out then I was the second tenor because I didn't get the job. Okay, but as he was leaving, he handed me a little piece of paper and he says, here's my number. I think we can do something. The in-betweens, we were together for 8 years. And then the group separated after 8 years, and then I sort of got out of the business for about 12. And I get a call from Larry. He says, "Hey man," he says, "me and so-and-so are putting a group together." He says, "I could sure use your voice." That happened to Cruise. Then it became Shout, and then he moved to Atlanta, and I lost it. He was still doing it, I'm still doing it, Ronnie's still doing it. You're still doing it. We can't quit.
Never stop. Never stop.
Never stop.
He's the only one that can stop us.
When I met him, I couldn't sing a note. Now I got a couple. He was my mentor, too.
Thank you, Jerry D. I knew somebody was gonna make me cry. Oh, no.
I didn't sing at all. No matter how much I saw you were Larry. Now these I brought pictures, and I'd like you to enjoy them. I met Larry when I was maybe 15. Jim was singing with a group, and Larry was helping them, and they had a gig at Chanel High School on a Friday night. Well, Larry lived in the projects, and I don't know if he had 1 or 2 children, but he had no babysitter. So my Jimmy says, "Oh, Janet will do it." Now this is a young teenage white girl going into a black neighborhood, which I went to John Adams High School. I had many friends, but this was a little scary for me. But it all worked out fine, and I thought I pulled it off, that I wasn't afraid. And years later, he said, "You were so scared." I said, "Yes, I was." But Larry was a very special man. My Jimmy loved him like a brother. He brought such joy to Jim to sing. Even though they would fight and he'd say, "Jimmy, you're off key." He said, "No, I'm not." They would never.
I'm a
And
slider.
Larry said, "You better stop or I'm going to get a baseball bat." But this was a friendship that lasted their lifetime. When Jimmy was sick in the intensive care, the nurse says to me, "You have a phone call, intensive care." Who gets a phone call, intensive care? It was Larry. He said, "I heard Jimmy's sick." I said, "Yeah, Larry, he's really sick." But he was always a terrific friend, a terrific man. And when Jimmy passed, Dottie and Larry drove from Atlanta. This will be in my heart forever.
Mine too.
And Larry will be in my heart forever. I will miss him always. And if you don't keep in touch, I'm going to be mad.
I am definitely gonna keep in touch.
Because he truly brought joy to a lot of people.
Thank you, Janet. She was, when Larry and I came up. Oh, God. She saw me, she couldn't believe it. We stood in the floor for 10 minutes crying on each other's, didn't we? 10 minutes we cried. Everybody was looking at us.
And what happened after the dinner?
Yeah.
Her and Larry were outside in the parking lot singing. I forgot that part.
Well, I thank you so much. So, is there anyone else that knew Larry? Oh, okay, Dawn, you know you love Larry. She's come all the way from New Orleans to be here today. Come on up here, girl. I know you are.
Don't be shy.
No shyer than I am, but
Don't be shy.
what the heck?
Okay, so I met Larry when my husband and I were living in Atlanta. We were shacked up We weren't quite married yet. We moved right next door to Larry and Dottie, and it was instant family. My husband said he loved music also. I love music. He was playing, but not professionally. He didn't really have any training. But we sat with Larry and Dottie almost every night.
Yes.
Almost every night. Instant family. Like I said, we sang and we played. He became a father figure to my husband, who couldn't be here unfortunately today. And that was 16 years ago.
That was 16 years.
Maybe 16 years ago. So I haven't known him as long as you guys, but I did get a good relationship, and I treasure it.
Thank you so much, Donna.
First of all, well, we're sorry for losing Larry. The last time I saw him was at Jimmy's funeral. Yeah, but I met Larry, we didn't have a name yet. We were called the Casuals, I think. I don't remember. I don't remember the year. I think it was 61 before he started working with you guys.
Yeah.
But we found out where a lot of groups rehearsed back then. It was at the East End Neighborhood House off of Woodhill Road down on, I lived between Kinsman and Union. So we went down there one night. I think that's where we met Larry. And I was hooked on music from the very start. We used to sing on the corners of Union, and they just throw us off the street. And I said, "We're just singing. We're not doing nothing." But they can't sing this late. We sang in restaurants. But we met Larry, and we didn't know a lot of songs. We weren't musicians. We didn't know what key we were in. We didn't know. The musicians hated us when we sang, but we got a lot of attention. So I said, "We got to be a singer so they get more attention." And the musicians, unfortunately, that shouldn't be, because I watched last night the induction. Boy, there was some Journey and ELO, some great bands, great stuff. Anyway, he knew a lot of songs. He knew so many songs, and I was fortunate. I had a good ear. I could always pick up harmony, and I sang the high tenor. We had all the fellows that I sang with, they're all gone. Jack Hendershot, Jimmy, Joe Yanatico sang with Jimmy Randazzo, great singer. He's gone. And I'm still singing, and I'm just very blessed and grateful that I'm still doing what I love. And Larry knew that. I used to pick everybody up. Half of them couldn't sing too much, a lot of them couldn't, but they never wanted to rehearse with me. I'd pick them up. I was hooked on music from the get, and I'm so glad. But Larry taught, and Larry knew that too. He knew that, and we had a great run there for a while. Steelworkers Hall, Green Diary,
Swing in.
Encore Room,
Swing in.
Swing In. We did a show there. We made $50, $12.50 a piece. And we thought we were stars. We went down on East 9th Street. We went to those strip joints, and oh my God, $12.50. We made $50 at the Encore Room, $12.50 a piece. The place was packed. My uncle blew $200 buying drinks. But I loved the attention, but I was backward. Remember, I was bashful. I could never sing. I said, these lead singers get more attention. I got to get out and do some singing. I did a few leads, but Jack was a good singer. But I was fortunate. I went on with a group called the Four Coins, who had hit record Shangri-La in 1966. February, I was selling records down at the Record Rendezvous. And I had met the Four Coins. They had hit record Shangri-La, if you remember Shangri-La, late 50s.
Yeah.
Big group. So anyway, I had met them. I was selling records. The girl took me. She said, let's get the Four Coins. They're going to split up. A couple guys are leaving. So we went to see them at Heidelberg Lounge. Remember that place?
Yes.
Yeah.
So she told them about me always singing, selling the 45s. I was always singing, driving the only one to fire me. Get him out of here. He does just sing and sell 45. Anyway, she told him about me. I had an audition. he called me from New York and said, you want to come to Canonsburg and try out for the 4 Points? And I didn't want to go. He says, I'm going to stay in Cleveland and sing. He said, if you don't go with that group and try out, don't you come to work no more. So I went. 10 days later, I was singing in Dallas, Texas with the 4 Points. But Larry had a lot to do with giving me the confidence that I needed back then. I didn't think I was good enough for certain things, but a lot of musicians and entertainers go through that. But I was blessed, and I love to thank him, and I'll never forget him. I'll never forget him because he helped me. Thanks.
Okay, what is going on here is that I was trying to have youth of entertainment, and but they canceled out, so I guess I had to bring my sons and give you some kind of entertainment. So I'm going to call them up right now, and we're going to sing for you. We're going to, when I moved to Atlanta, my sons moved with me, and we formed a group in Atlanta called Unique. That's U-N-E-E-K. And Larry taught us how to sing jazz and a cappella jazz at that. So I'll never forget this. I always tell him, I'm so happy that you taught me this. You know, I was always singing. I've been singing myself with my sons, but we weren't singing jazz. And jazz was Larry's favorite music to do. So he said, I finally doing what I really wanted to do. So we're gonna try to show you something, some of the stuff that Larry taught us. Time after time, no.
He taught it back to me.
Time after time, I tell myself that I'm so lucky to be loving you. So lucky to be the one you run to see in the evening when the day is through. I only know what I know, the passing years will show. You've kept my love so warm, so new. And time after time, you hear me say that I'm so lucky to be loving you. Time after time, I tell myself that I'm so lucky to be entertaining you. So lucky to be the one you come to see in the evening when the day is through. We only know what we know. We're here to do our show and hope we do our best for you. And time after time, you hear me say that I'm so lucky to be entertaining you. Scooby-Doo, Dinah. Is there anyone finer?
Let's fall in love. Why shouldn't we fall in love? Then I'll be loving you in the hallway with the lights down. So it's music. How high the moon over Miami. Shine on Miami's moon. Blue moon, you saw me standing alone. Nobody knows the troubles I've seen. Dabba dabba dabba, lift that pot, I tote that pail, I get a little drunk and you land in jail with me now. From North Carolina, well it don't mean nothing if you ain't got that swing. Well, Laura had a face that will drive you to fright most every night. Every honey bean filled with jealousy. Let me take you out tonight. Ooh, a jabba dabba dabba Scooby-Doo. 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 A jabba dabba dabba Scooby-Doo.
Stay right in the back. To your left in the back, right?
Is that where the bar is?
Salute, Larry.
God bless, Larry. God bless.
Okay, this is to my husband. I'm gonna miss him so
God
much.
bless. He's looking down. He's looking down.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much to Larry.
To Larry.